Alright, here we go. Johnny?
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
You heard that. You heard Keanu Reeves talk. You heard him what he said. We have a city to burn. Speaking of which, to those out in, first of all, welcome to Morning Coffee with James. I'm James, and this is my little show. This is my little coffee show that I do online. I'm hoping you're glad you like it. I do it on Instagram. I do it on Facebook. Really Facebook, because fuck Mark Zuckerberg. Fuck Susan Gizeski on Instagram. YouTube, I mean. I'm trying to get on BitChute, though, but right now it's like everything's so screwy with that website right now, and I have to figure out some things. So, ooh, this is gonna get loud. Okay. That's Head Splitter from Hyperpunk. Okay, so today I want to talk about the leader of the Progressive Conservative Party of Ontario. Sorry, Canada. Ontario. Excuse me. I'm not Canadian. I apologize. Doug Ford, who is the leader of that party, who also, by the way, is a fucking known crackhead, and, you know, yeah, he did crack. Not a lot of people know this, but he did crack. Is calling the protesters. So basically, he's acting like he's acting like a net. I gotta look this up. He's acting like that French lady who told him they can eat cake. So let's eat cake. Let them eat cake. And that was Kirsten Dunst's character. So. Was done by Annette something or another. Anyhow, well, you know what? That's not important right now. So anyway, he was calling these people who are the anti-lockdown people yahoos, and like, you know, the irony of that is, like, you know, these protesters are being called yahoos. You know, you may think they're going to get shamed for this. It's like, I don't want to be called a yahoo. No, they're embracing it, and they're just like, you know, you're right. We are the Yahoo protesters. The Yahoo protesters. And he's calling them yahoos, and he's, like, calling them weird-ass names. He's calling them insulting names, and it's like, yo, buddy, it's not helping, man. It's not helping whatsoever to your cause. This idea that you think you can shame these people into doing whatever you want them to do because... well, you can call them a name, or call them racist, bigots, homophobic, xenophobic, Amazon, any phobic, or any name you're giving them, and it's like, yo, buddy, that ain't working anymore. You know, any name you're calling us, you can call us poop heads, you can call us stupid, you can call us whatever, is not working. It's not working anymore. You want to know why? Oh, by the way, Pam, thank you for the cup. I'm sorry the handle broke. I'm trying to fix it, so... The other cup's doing fine. It's now I fixed it, but I'm using it to hold stuff now instead of coffee. This one lasts a long time because life is good. Smile and laugh often. The friendship one got fixed up nicely. So let me talk about this lockdown protesters. They have a right to speak, and here's the thing: as an American, we believe in freedom and the freedom to carry guns. I mean, now granted, now people out there, it's like, don't you want, the argument is about people dying, but yet this is the same party that will allow abortions, and will, if you mention Trump, they all go, I hope he dies, I hope he gets murdered, I hope he gets incinerated, I hope his family gets killed. It's like, you know, you are no longer the party of peace anymore. You are no longer the party of peace. And here's the thing, not all Democrats are like this, and I keep repeating myself, I sound like a broken record, but you know what? It's the truth. It's like most of these Democrats Trying to get a good angle here. I'm on an angle. I'm on a Dutch angle, so deal with me. It's gonna be like Batman and Robin all over again. No, most of these people are just fed up. They're fed up with everybody's bullshit on the left, and it's like, you know, they're tired of the tyranny. Like, how do you think we feel in America? Hell, why do you think I posted up on Instagram, on Facebook, that Tom Wolfe was a cunt? You know who else is a cunt? Phil Murphy and Andrew Cuomo, which, you know, I'm gonna say, is a homo. Not in a gay sense, not to make fun of gay people, but he's acting like a bit of a, you know, an asshole. And I will call him names, because if, you know, Mr. Doug Ford can call the protesters Yahoo, and he calls these, you know, all you motherfuckers out there who are sitting high in your thrones, you know, sitting high in your aristocratic, you know, and technocratic ways, drinking your multi-million-dollar soy latte, which, by the way, it decreases your testosterone, you big soy boys, and that's why we're calling you soy boys, and we're calling you beta boys, and we're calling you boys in general. I'm a meat man, I'm a coffee man, I'm a milk man. I am the milkman. My milk is delicious. That was a reference to Psychonauts. I haven't played that. I do want to play that though, but this is, it's starting to really get out of hand, and people are just like, yo, open up the economy, man. I don't, like, look, we're gonna have to deal with this every day, but, you know, just to live in fear because you promoted this virus to be the end-all be-all virus that, like, turns us inside out or some shit like that, and it's like, yo, you know what, that's called fear-mongering. And the reason why you're promoting it, and the reason why you don't want anybody to open up, is because you want that power. And again, I'll say it again, it's mediocre power, it's mediocre people who got mediocre power. And they're promoting it as unlimited power. These people who just grabbed it and it's like, no, I'm in control. Let's see how fucking powerful you act when your head is underneath the guillotine or the axe, or in fact looking down the barrel of a 45. And again, you're probably like, you're inciting violence. No, you're inciting violence. You're inciting violence, governors of the colonial states, you know, of the blue states, you know, especially California, which has become a commie country. Tell me something. How does communism feel for those who wanted that in your little country? How does that feel in your state? How does it feel not to have much food? Well, I don't eat much food, and it's like, shut the fuck up, all right? And those who like are talking about the workers unite, go work in construction, like literally, go work in construction and tell me how you feel. You know, I look, I'm not a hero. I'm not. I wear a mask. I do my job. And I'm tired of that shit, too. Stop praising people for doing their fucking job. And what was this praise before? You know, before all this outbreak shit happened. And you know what? They're not perfect people either. Can we be honest about this? About the police, the paramedics, the firefighters? Hell, I had to deal with stupid ass firefighters back when I was living in Fox Chase. They took my brother's keys and decided, you know, when he had his accident, took my brother's keys and threw them into the unknown. And nobody knew where they went. So they just threw them without asking, or had a procedure. Maybe we should hide them in the truck, or maybe we should. No, they just go through them. And then I asked them, like, well, I don't know. Well, it's like, you know what? This is why, you know, I think NWA needs to add one more to that list. Fuck firefighters and the police. And I know people who are watching this are firefighters, but you know, it's not about you being a firefighter or a policeman or a paramedic. I'm fucking them too. But anyhow, I know they're watching this and they're probably going like, how dare you? It's like, no, how dare you? Act so authoritarian. Act so fucking powerful. And, you know, act like you have this authority over people. You know, eventually people are going to push back. And yes, firefighters have not been hurting people, but just the way they acted in Fox Chase. Like, fuck you. Like, you know, you threw my brother's keys? How, like, what retarded, like, what procedure was that? You need to be sued. I hope you fucking people get fucked. You know what? I used to be a volunteer firefighter, and I gotta say, I have more balls than you do, you paid pussies. Oh, we get paid for our job. I didn't. I did it for volunteer. I did it for free. Fucker. See how you act when you have to do it for free. Assholes. And right now I'm gonna get shit in the comments. You're making fun of firefighter. I'm defending you. Stop white knighting people, alright? Stop it. It's a business, and I have to say, you did a piss poor job, you fucking fire fogs. You know what? You spend so much time there, you forgot how much it is to meet a human. Down here, on the level. And I'm pissed off, too. I'm pissed off. But anyway, I'm not here to bash firefighters. I'm not here to bash paramedics. I'm not here to bash those people who do that job. You did a job. Good job. Thank you. Thank you for keeping us safe. But the truth is, and I'm going to be honest with this, and I'm going to be severely honest about this, you're just doing your job. You're just doing your job. Oh, support the heroes, support the heroes, support the heroes. We've been supporting the goddamn heroes. We have been supporting you guys. But it seems like you guys have just taken that and you've gone to the umpth degree with your bullshit. Okay. I think I've gone far enough with, bashing them. And there's nothing wrong with being a firefighter. There's nothing wrong with being a policeman. There's nothing wrong with being a paramedic or a nurse or a doctor or whatever. Or a delivery man. Working is working. I celebrate the working class people. What happened to that? We all are essential. Those people who get your coffee in the morning are essential. The people who, I'm trying to think of the non-essential people that keep America running. Those people are essential too. They keep this economy running, this gear in the machines. I think I talked about that in my one rant after leaving Sam's Club. Because of how pissed off I was. We all are essential, and yet, we can't let you leave without a mask. This is the control they're doing. This is the authoritarian control they're doing. I know people out there are like, well, this is the new normal now. Which, by the way, if you keep saying that, I'm going to punch you in the face and tell you that's the new normal. You want to promote violence against people who are protesting? Fine, I'll throw violence right back in your face. You get what you fucking deserve, and you get what you put back into the world. And I don't want violence. I don't want this carnage. I don't want this, civil war to start. And this is how they're pushing this, You're the same assholes who keep talking about, oh, well, guess what? It's just, typical Monday, somebody has to get the Mondays. These people who have no lives, who've wasted their lives and have become... They let their work become their new identity. The same people who have let their fucking lives been taken over by this bullshit and listen and watch CNN, the NPCs of the world, who just don't give a shit anymore. And this is what happens when this is what happens when you give mediocre people power. They start bullying other people around. They start becoming authoritarians themselves. And you know what something? I'm tired of authoritarians. I don't like authoritarians. I don't like people telling me what I can and not do. Don't do this, don't do that, for your safety, Oh, well, you can't do this, that's why you might hurt yourself. You might do this, you might hurt yourself. You might do this might be bad for you. Stop it. Shut the fuck up and let me eat my hamburger in peace. Let me smoke my cigarettes in peace. Let me drink my beer in peace. Let me smoke my crack in peace. Let me smoke my weed in peace. Let me shoot my guns in peace. Let me live my fucking life, you fucking authoritarians. And you know what? Leave me alone, because I'm not bothering you watching your stupid fucking little shows on Netflix and your other stupid little shows on like the streaming services, which are fine. I don't mind it, the streaming services. But you know what something? Why don't you just leave me alone? Why don't you just live your life and let live mine? Like classical liberals, like you should be. But no. Once that power is, you're seeking power. That's all it becomes. You're seeking power. And by the way, if speaking about power, let's get rid of power. Let's take this power back from these Karens. If a fucking woman, a suburban housewife mom, starts screaming at you, scream right there back in her face. In fact, I want you to do me a favor. Don't threaten her, but scream right back in her face. Okay? Scream right back in her face. And if you could, if you have a glass of water, throw right in her face. You know, you may say that's assault. I say that's a fucking declaration of independence. These people act like authoritarians. These people need to be, you know, put back in their place. You're a suburban house mom, all right? And your son's going to regret, you grow up to regret not liking you anymore. And this is somebody who's speaking from experience. I had a mom, excuse me, well, I'll get into that in another video because I have some shit to say about her. Another video speaking about my brother. I know, I'm going into some deep territories right there, some unexplored territories, but there are some things I have to say. But I'm not going to talk about that. No, not at the moment. Not at the moment. But, oh, by the way, on an update on the video I'm doing too. I know, I just went on a rant about my mom and that shit. Well, it's like, you know, it's these soccer moms who are slowly losing control over their lives. You know, so they have to ruin everybody else's, you know. You know, when Mark Twain talked about censorship, he wasn't lying. You know, censorship is like telling me I can't have the steak because the baby can't chew it. Oh, I see now. I see, because you fed your baby steak and he couldn't chew it. You know, it's just because you're a shitty fucking parent and a shitty fucking... And you wanted children, excuse me, growing up a little bit, that you have to ruin the lives of everybody else. You have to ruin everybody else's life because you have decided to become a shitty fucking individual. You know, you become a shitty fucking parent. And, you know, you let Netflix and you let TV and you let, yes, and I can vouch for this. You let TV and you let Netflix and you let all these fucking shows take over everybody's lives. You know, you let them be the babysitter, but when, you know, little Junior's watching something he's not supposed to watch, instead of figuring out maybe I should watch him, you decide to yell at the fucking TV and cancel that programming because, oh, guess what? I'm the mother and I get to do whatever I want. It's like, no, I'm sorry, but the miracle of childbirth is over fucking rated. Half the mothers in the world are looking at me and every woman's like, how dare you? Well, if you know what? If you want to just, you know, slaughter your baby, that's fine by me. You want to slaughter your child? That's fine by me. But you know what? Something, don't act so surprised when somebody tells you to back the fuck up. Do you know what's another fucking miracle? A father a father raising his son on his own. You know, somebody who does, you know, it just bothers the shit out of me. You know what I mean? It's like, we're a nation, like, they talk about how oppressed women are in this country. They're not oppressed. Okay, I'm sorry, but yes, some women have troubles here and there, and it's different for men and women, but you're not oppressed. This is not Afghanistan where we're throwing rocks at you. Where nobody's, you know, telling you to shut the fuck up and not, well, I am, but I'm talking to the feminists. I'm talking to these people who've, you know, spent their entire lives bossing everybody around, bossing everyone who, you know, didn't agree with their bullshit of authoritarian needs. You know what I mean? It's just, we're done. We're done with you soccer moms. I know, I went on this whole tirade about soccer moms, but I don't give a shit anymore. I really don't. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of fucking soccer moms. I'm tired of fucking these people who are just mediocre. And again, I sound like a broken record, but again, Doug Ford, you know, Doug Ford is another mediocre person who, you know, who gained, again, who are these people telling us how to live our lives? Stop telling me how to live my life. I want to live my life the way I want to live it, alright? Alright? It's like, you don't control me anymore. And you should never control me. You know, again, it's... And by the way, not everybody in this country, but you know how fucking crazy some of these people are? I was talking to my mom, and I was watching, like, Tim Pool. And Tim Pool was talking about half the country was Democrat, and she's like, well, he's wrong. Everybody's Democrat. And I'm like, you know, everybody, you know, most of the country's Democrat. It's like, no, we're not. Half the country is, you know, moderate. They haven't chosen a side. Like, if you really look at the map of the United States, half the country is mostly Republican, and there's some people that are starting to switch over because the Democratic Party has decided to say fuck you to everybody and become authoritarians. I'm tired of this shit. Like, again, I keep talking about my mom, but it's like, she is committed to the dark side. That's, you know, this whole idea that's like, you know, well, you're wrong and stupid and an idiot because I watch CNN. I am educated. It's like, no, you're not. You don't read on anything. You just go to your echo chambers and hear what you want to hear. Like, you can say the same thing about me because I watch Fox News, but I don't just watch Fox News. I watch more than just Fox News. I also watch David Rubin. I also watch Tim Pool. I also watch, and you're gonna laugh at this, InfoWars, just because I just want to see what Alex Jones is spouting about, and maybe he's, you know, sometimes a blind squirrel can find a blind nut. Excuse me, a blind squirrel can find a nut. You know, as crazy as he is, he's somewhat spouting some truth. Sometimes, you know, and he's not talking about how bad everything is and you should submit. No, he's telling you to rise. You know, this whole idea that, you know, you should just give up because, what, big bad government says so? Or better yet, you know, I also watch Joe Rogan. I also watch these other people who have different opinions. You know, any of the mainstream media guys, like, what's his face? The Young Turks and Jank, who is, by the way, an asshole. Who's just, you know, I'm gonna scream at you because I'm a big fat asshole. Man tits. It's like, man boobs, excuse me, not man tits. It's, you know, why, again, we're giving these people who have little to no, like, we're just they're just authoritarians. And authoritarians are just mediocre people with power. That's it. And we shouldn't be afraid of them anymore. We shouldn't. You know, I'm speaking my truth here, and I don't care who I offend anymore. Alright? Because I'm tired of this shit. You know, let us live our lives, you know. Was I bothering you going to the gym? No, but now you just want everybody to be as bland and as boring as you. Like, that's all. That's all they want. That's all they want. Because authoritarians, you know, love authority, love ultimate power. And I keep talking about this about my mom. She's like, follow the money. It's money. It's always about money. It's like, no, it's not always about money. It's about power. It's about power in general. You know, this idea that I can control your life by saying this. The simple, like, by just waving my hand, I can get rid of you. That's the authoritarianism I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just money or resources or guns or bombs or anything materialistic. It is something beyond more materialistic than that. You know? Money, all that is just resources. You can control people with resources, but to control how they live by just doing it with a whim, that's unlimited power. That's ultimate power. The idea of saying, hey, look, I have government, you know, I don't care if you're using religion, science, whatever you can, entertainment, power is going to be power. But then again, you know, I'm an idiot because I didn't graduate college. Well, you know what's something? It's a worthless fucking piece of paper that says I'm smarter than you. In fact, I am smarter than you because I'm reading, I'm educating myself on what I want to educate myself on. I've learned more about film from YouTube and the internet than I have ever have in college. College was like 25% of that. YouTube was like 75% of that. So yeah. I had a little bit of a doubt there. I'm sorry. and I'm not sorry. So yeah. And again, we're living in this bizarro world nowadays. We need to step up for our lives and and we can't be nice to these people. I'm not saying we should be mean and just vicious to these people, but we can't be bending the knee anymore because they don't care about us. They really do not give a shit about us anymore. They don't care. They will take over. They will fuck us over big time. We gotta stand up to these people who just want to control our lives. You know, they mock us. They use comedy to, you know, mock us. They use, you know, oh, it's just comedy. It's just comedy. It's like, well, you know what? It's not funny anymore. Uh-oh. That doesn't belong there. And then, you know what? That's all I gotta say, because they mock everything that we believe. You know, the whole God bless abortions thing. I'm disgusted by that. Absolutely disgusted by that. Look, you can make your abortion jokes, but understand the truth of it. Understand the reality of what an abortion is. You are basically taking a creature incubating in your body, and you are just slaughtering it. You know, and I'm not getting into this whole thing about, you know, if it's alive or not. It's like, it is a living creature that's about to become a child. You know, if you're gonna have an abortion, omit the fucking facts there. Omit the fucking facts that you're taking a child, like you're taking a life. Okay? I am so tired of this bullshit. I am so tired of people just hiding behind this idea that it's like, it's not a living thing. It's like, no, it is a living thing. Just be honest about it. Okay, I think I've gone far enough and not really focused. And again, as this coffee show keeps going on and on, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of authoritarians telling us, you know, telling us how to live our lives. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. This was Tuesday's video, so take care, love you, and bye. And remember to stay awesome and fight for your rights to live as a human being. No to this lockdown. Oh, reopen America. Reopen the world. Peace.